Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tori if you're new here, and today we are doing a emergency food stock up haul. We like to do these about once a week and film them and show you what we are seeing here in northern Colorado. We do this because of food shortages, any type of emergency situation we may have, and right now, because of inflation, I have been seeing so many prices of our regular things that we get at the grocery store skyrocketing. So I ended up going to Dollar Tree this week. I like to do that from time to time. They do have a lot of great food for $1.25 now. So I spent around $20. I got 20 items. That was the goal. I had an extra $20 and I was pretty excited. I am vegan while my family eats the standard American diet. So I go through a lot of beans, rices, things like that. So I mainly focused on that this week, but I did stock up on some other vegan staples that I normally get and some other items that I saw that kind of just jumped out at me. Of course, in the grocery store, your local grocery store, there's probably something that is cheaper than the Dollar Tree. It really just depends how you want to think about it. I mean, the gas to get there, or I don't know, your time. There's just so many factors to kind of factor in when you are doing these shopping trips. I get comments sometimes saying that Dollar Tree isn't the best bang for your buck. It really depends what items you're getting. It depends what items your Dollar Tree has. Like I said, we are here in northern Colorado, so we get different things than someone from the East Coast, for instance, or someone from the South. It really depends where you are. So I encourage you to look into your local Dollar Tree. There's just so many different items that I found and so many items that we keep on hand. If you are new here, hi, hello, my name is Tori. I'm a wife, mother of two, and we make videos all about budgeting. We are a relatively small channel, but we are strong and mighty with our community, so always drop down in the comments if you're new here. I love to meet all of you. It would be really great to sit down and chat with you, but YouTube kind of keeps us in this virtual world, and I am forever grateful for that because I have just met so many different people across the world. So if you are new here, please let me know where you're from. I always enjoy hearing your stories or how you found me, so drop down in the comments if you are new, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. So we just got back from Dollar Tree and here is our haul. Like I said in the beginning, I really tried for some grains and beans. I go through them like crazy in my kitchen. So I'm going to just take you through here, show you what we got, and I'm going to kind of split screen some of these items and what we use them for, because you can use them just plain and classic like the box says, but I do like to kind of bulk things up, health it up, if you will, add some different things to it. And I always love giving you ideas, so I will show those as well. I know y'all enjoyed that last time. All right, so we have some black beans. Black beans are great. We love to use these in chilies, different kinds of veggie burgers. We even just like to have them as a refried bean on burritos, but black beans are really great and super easy to flavor, so black beans are always a staple in my pantry. Next one, Great Northern beans. We use these in soups. My favorite potato, green bean and onion soup. It's super easy to make, but we also like to use white beans, the Great Northern beans, in a white bean dip. I add some pesto in there. It's super yummy with some pita bread and vegetables, but yeah, white beans are a must. Red kidney beans, specifically for chili and minestrone soup, to be honest with you. Minestrone soup is a staple. We love it. It's super filling, and it's just a nice, like, spring soup, spring into summer soup. I eat soup all year around, but I always feel like minestrone soup is such a good springtime soup with a salad and bread. I am hungry just thinking about it. Next up, lentils. Recently, I've been liking lentils in a vegan sloppy joe, or I just add them to the ground beef for my family. I kind of make the base with lentils, green pepper, and onion, and then some barbecue sauce, and I just add the lentils to the ground beef. I think it's a good way to add some extra nutrients, and then for myself, it's easy just to pour over some homemade buns and serve with some potato potato chips or French fries. Next up, Jasmine Rice. I mean, you can do anything with rice, but it is 16 ounces, so a pound of it for $1.25. That is relatively inexpensive, but of course you could find rice at Walmart or your local grocery store for a much cheaper price. I just wanted to check out their jasmine variety specifically. I love jasmine rice in sushis and different types of curries, but it really depends on how you like your rice. You can just eat it plain with butter and soy sauce if you want, but I was really interested in that jasmine rice. Next up, honey sweet cornbread mix. There is dairy in this and honey, so it's not for me, but I love making oh my tamale pie. So that's just like an enchilada sauce with veggies and meat. Sometimes I do chicken, and then we just place the cornbread on top of the casserole. Excuse me, I am just having a sore throat lately with my allergies in Colorado. It just gets out of control, so I apologize about my scratchy voice. Next up, I got some tuna for the family. We love to make Old Bay like seafood cakes with these. It's just Old Bay, a little bit of breadcrumbs or an egg, and some tuna salad. And then for me, I got the Tuna, so it's a plant-based option of tuna. I like the spicy sriracha because I can mix it with vegan mayo or vegan cream cheese and put it on top of sushi bowls. That's my favorite way to eat it. I know I always share that one whenever I get this tuna, but that's really the only way that I eat it. As long as it's mixed with something, I can't really taste a difference, but I haven't had fish in a very long time, so you might be able to taste a difference if you are a fish eater. Next up, Campbell's chicken noodle soup. We don't have any of this on hand. I was curious to see if my kids would like it. The sodium content on here is outrageous. So this would be an item that I like to health up, shall we say. Put some extra kale in there. Maybe water it down with just water instead of any extra chicken broth. I've seen that done before. Add some beans in there, extra carrots or celery, but you could also add potatoes and make these stretch. I think it's a great base of a soup. So generally, I don't really get these, but if I see something that is name brand at Dollar Tree, I tend to grab it and hoard it. So I only got 2 this time, but they also had tomato soup as well. So really depends on you and your preferences for your prepper pantry, but I always think that this is a good base to have. Next up, couscous. I got 3 of those. I love couscous. I make curry couscous salad with white beans. You can serve that cold or warm, but I really enjoy couscous. It's so easy and so tasty, and it's so quick. It literally does take 5 minutes. Just get some boiling water, pour it on there, and you are good to go. Couscous is fabulous because it is so filling, and you can bulk it up with extra potatoes or a separate protein. Really depends on how you like your couscous. Next up, the Jambalaya mix. It is vegan, I believe. Let me double check on that because I was in the store and it was super quick. We have long grain rice, maltodextrin. Yep. So from what I see, it's vegan. Of course, some of these spices could come in contact with non-vegan items. Even the sugars in some of these boxed things could be considered non-vegan. You can look up why sugar would be non-vegan. I'm not going to tell you in this video, but Jambalaya mix is like my guilty pleasure because I like to mix the Beyond sausage with it. I generally don't eat meat alternatives often, but if it's on sale, I grab it, and I like to put extra peppers in these, extra kale, any chance I get to get white beans in here or potatoes. I know I keep saying that, but it makes a meal stretch for so much longer. And I found that this jambalaya mix freezes really well, so I like to make this as a freezer meal when I have some extra time on my hands. Next up, Hungry Jack potatoes. This is the family size 6 servings. They're not always at Dollar Tree, but I like to grab them whenever I have a chance because it's the family size. So again, another base meal for us. This is really great for like egg skillets in the morning for the kids. The packet of seasoning is separate, so I can always use the potatoes in there if I wanted to, but of course we have potatoes on hand all the time. If you didn't know, I am a vegan that does a starch solution often, and I believe in the power of a potato. I know that sounds strange, but you really have to look into it. It's just an amazing thing to have in your pantry. So we got the au gratin potatoes. The kids really like this. A lot of sodium in this as well, so I try and stretch it out as much as possible. I just mixed it with water. It says, to add the butter and milk, but I don't think it's really necessary to add extra things like that. Sometimes I add grass-fed butter to these just for my kids, and I just like to fatten them up, I always say, whenever I get a chance. I know that's a strange way of thinking, but the grass-fed butter is a lot better for them, and I like to add that from time to time, but you don't need it. You could just add water. Next up is going to be instant oatmeal. If you're new here, I loathe oatmeal, but I do like having oats on hand so I can grind them down and make them into a flour, or I've been mixing them with water, grinding them, and straining them through a nut milk bag and making my own oat milk. So you could do that too. I have a video coming up this week that will include that recipe, so stay tuned. But oatmeal is always great to have on hand. It's super filling. If we were in an emergency situation, of course, I would eat it. I am more of a savory girl, though, so I'd try to figure out a way to make it savory. Someone recently mentioned a cookie recipe on here, and I want to try that too. So thank you for that. But we shall see how I like it. I like to have oatmeal on hand for the kids as well. Really great to mix with fruit and things like that. Next up, I've got some Himalayan pink salt. I should have gotten more. They didn't have any, so I ended up getting 2. I put 1 in my salt shaker here, and then I have this one on hand as well. I love that it says certified vegan. Pink salt is, it has many benefits. You'll have to do your own research on that, but I enjoy having it in the kitchen, and I feel like it got trendy like 3 years ago, and the prices were just out of control. So I like to grab it whenever I can. I feel like the 1 pound bag for $1.25 is really great, but if you go to Marshall's or TJ Maxx or Home Goods, you can find pink salt for like $2.99, and it could be like a 5-pound bag. So I encourage you to check those places as well. And that is it. That is all I got this week. That's all we really needed. I know it's kind of a random jumble of things, but I really think we are continuing to stock up this pantry, and I think I'm getting smarter about it. I always, try and get things that my family will actually eat, things that I can stretch and make last for a long time. So I will be showing you a pantry tour and freezer tour once we get this all figured out. If you didn't know, my fridge broke. It may be still broken. We're not sure if we fixed it, so fingers crossed for us. We are trying. I know some people reached out and were concerned, and I appreciate you so much. So we will figure that out, but it might just be a prepper pantry tour coming up. Let me get you turned around here to say goodbye, but here it is. I'm going to put this all away, and I'll see you soon. Alrighty, everyone, that is going to do it for today's video. I really hope that this haul inspired you to stock up on the cheap this week. Let me know if you are new here in the comments down below. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you have not already. As always, stay adventurous, stay creative, and I'll see you next time. Bye.